Hey everybody. So this being a month of growth and all, I just wanted to share something that I've been thinking about this morning. In fact, when we talk about growth, especially in this season, and mainly in this culture, we want to be jack of all trades. We want to be able to do everything. Um, but growth speaks of depth. And if you're one of those people who are multi-talented or multi-gifted, that's awesome. Explore all of those gifts and spread out, and learn how to use them. That's fantastic. But for some of us who are not that gifted in that way, um, I just want to encourage you today just to work on your gift. Work on the one that God has given you. You know, it's very important for us to be very strong in the thing that God has given us. I was thinking today about how Paul speaks about the body of Christ, and he makes an analogy of the human body, or he draws similarities between the two. And he says that just as a human body has many parts, the body of Christ also has many parts. And then he says, the eye can't say to the ear, I don't need you. And he says, imagine if the entire body of Christ was just one part. If it was just an ear, how would we smell? If it was just an eye, how would we hear? And I just want to say that honor the part of the body that you are, especially in the body of Christ. Think about this with me for a minute. So when I eat, right? Let's say I eat an orange or an orangey, okay? When I am chewing, my mouth does not register the fact that, oh, that's a vitamin C, it's 200 milligrams or 400, it meets the daily recommended amount. No, there's enjoyment in my mouth. I'm enjoying the nachi or not enjoying it. Some of those things are just full of water and there's no flavor. But this is not about the nachis. Anyway, and I'm eating. The mouth needs to do its part. It needs to chew. Imagine if the mouth said, okay, I'm not going to let this nachi go through my mouth until I figure out if it meets my daily recommended milligrams of vitamin C. Imagine if it did that. But the mouth does what it's supposed to do. And then I swallow. And the esophagus does what it needs to do. It squeezes through and it pushes that food all the way down into my stomach. Now, my stomach doesn't really care how the stuff tastes. I could be eating paper. The stomach doesn't really care. The stomach will just do what it needs to do. Whether it's the small intestine or the large intestine, it'll just do what it needs to do. The stuff, the roughage, the juicy parts, all of that stuff, it just processes it. It doesn't go like, okay, how much vitamin C is in here? The stomach doesn't care. It just says, okay, this is waste. This we keep, push it through to the bloodstream. Now, when it gets into the bloodstream, then there is a mechanism within the bloodstream to recognize that this is vitamin C. Oh, we need this. Oh, this is awesome. This is going to help us because it's an immune booster or whatever it is, or it's vitamin D, it's going to lift your mood, or it's vitamin E, it's going to work on your skin. Then when it gets into the bloodstream, it does it. But guess what? The entire body gains from that. From each part, from the hand that picks up the apple and eats it, the teeth that bite it, from the hand that peel the nachi and starts to eat it, from the eyes that see the nachi and actually says, I actually want that, from the mind that processes it to say, okay, for me to get the nachi, I must move from my couch and go to the kitchen and go get it. Like every single part is important. And I just wanted to encourage you this morning to just honor the part of the body that you are. We are each a part of the body in the body of Christ. And each one of us is important. The foot can't say to the head, I don't need you. And the head can't say to the hands, I don't need you. We all need each other. And imagine if every single one of us is working in the area that we have been made to be. Imagine if the hands are looking after the eyes, putting eye drops, washing the eyes, resting the eyes when I need to rest them, being careful about what I see, what I watch, because then the mind will have to process it. I just want to encourage you today, just honor who God has made you to be. Work on your gifts and honor them, because the entire body of Christ will benefit.